Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. I'm going to present my innovation category poster called SukukTypes, the typing speed digital game-based learning. My name is Dr. Nursilah Ahmad. I am from the Faculty of Economics and Muamalat, University Science Islam Malaysia. So I call this innovation as SukukNomics, which is a combination of Sukuk and economics. This is the outline of the presentation. I will start with the introduction, the poster of the game, the objective, what is GGBL, the game concept, and the theory. This game innovation is actually inspired by the global type racer game introduced in 2008 and Colossal Cave Adventure, which was introduced in 1976. So what is Sukuk? Sukuk is an Islamic financial instrument. It is a way of raising funds by either the government or the corporation. So if you are the Sukuk holder, you are entitled to some payment at a specified period. This is the poster that I prepared for the innovation. This is a typing game, typing speed, testing your typing speed. The innovation is funded by research grant from the University of Science Islam Malaysia. The main objective of the research is to increase awareness on Sukuk and to increase the accuracy and typing skill. So what is the innovation? The innovation is to improve Sukuk literacy among the public. The impact is we want to raise public awareness on the Islamic financial instrument, and the academic value is the players will be exposed to what are the available policy tools to be used during the crisis, for example during COVID-19. If you want further details, you can visit my blog columnpencil.blogspot.com. This is basically an introduction on Sukuk. The concept of the innovation is focusing on Sukuk. Sukuk Prihatin was announced by the Prime Minister on June 7, 2020. This is part of the Economic Recovery Program. This retail Sukuk is worth Ringgit Malaysia 500 million. And the fund is raised for the education purposes, broadband internet, and to help SMEs. Okay, if you are not familiar with Sukuk, it is an Islamic financial instrument. In Malaysia, there are several big projects that are financed partly by Sukuk. For example, KLIA2, North-South Highway, and the Hospital Sungai Buloh. If you want to see some of the international example of the project partly funded by Sukuk, we can go to London, and the projects are the Olympic Village in 2012, the Shard, and London Gateway. Sukuk is actually a $1 trillion industry, and the picture I show here just to give you an analogy of how big a $1 trillion industry. So you see that one individual standing beside a double stacked pallets in USD. Now we go into the digital game of SukukTypes. So what are the objectives? The objective is, like I said earlier, it is to improve typing skill. Why? Because typing skill is a very important skill in digital economy, especially to the CEO, CFO, and COO. It can also improve the accuracy level of the players and will also expand the vocabulary of Sukuk and Islamic economics. The game is based on the theoretical framework of different game-based learning. So there are now basically in the literature 3 different types of games, gamification and game-based learning. I'm just going to look at the first example there. If you look at the game-based learning have defined learning objective as opposed to just for fun or just to play and follow specific tasks in order to earn some reward like gamification in the case of gamification. Okay, for the educational based games, we normally have four pillars of digital game-based learning. The first is the gameplay, the second is the educational content, the third one is the teacher support, and the last one is the assessment. If you want further information, you can refer to the book written by Nursilah. The title of the book is The Art of a Game Design. This one is available in my blog. So how is the SukukType is going to be played? So we need to develop the apps for the system. So once the app is ready, it's going to be similar to the type racing typing competition game. The difference is that we are going to take excerpts from excerpts that are related to SukukType from reliable sources. For example, here I have an excerpt taken from an article published in Berita Harian on 17 June 2020. So this game can be played individually or in a group. What you have to do, you are going to be timed. So once you are ready, you start typing. Who finish the excerpts or the article given in quickest time with the least number of mistakes will win the game. Okay, so this is SukukType game, basically inspired by Colossal Cave and Type Racer game. And for this game, actually, I do have some additional material that I would like to share now. First, I have already applied for a research grant from University Sciences of Malaysia. So from the research grant, the research team will hire research assistant. We will also apply for IP on Sukuk. We do have previous application of IP on Sukuk, so this will be a second one. And I have an example here of our previous innovation and certificate. I also have submit an article to be included in the proceeding of INNOCOM 2020. The article is of course related to SukukTypes. And then most of the materials, references and explanation related to Sukuk and game-based learning, I collect them and I post them in my blog kalampencil.blogspot.com. Okay, that would be the end of my presentation. So I would like to reiterate the objective of this game. So at least there are three objectives. Number one, to create public awareness on Sukuk and its relationship with economics. Number two, to educate the public on how Sukuk can affect our everyday life. And number three, hopefully, the players will be Sukuk savvy. And the bigger objective, the more macro objective, is hopefully the game will make the players aware of the role of Sukuk as a fiscal and monetary policy tools to be used during crisis. For example, it can be used during post-COVID-19 economic recovery program. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the jury and thank you for the INNOCOM 2020 committee members. I wish them all the best. Thank you again and bye-bye.